Raymond Cole was one of the richest men in the country. He owned hotels, tech companies, private schools, and the hearts of millions. But inside his mansion, he lived like a ghost. His children didn't call. His wife only smiled when asking for money. His brothers, cousins, even his pastor, only visited with envelopes in hand. One morning, Raymond sat alone in his garden, a soft breeze passing over his silver beard. What will happen to everything I built when I'm gone? Then came the idea, cruel, bold, necessary. He called his personal doctor, the only man he truly trusted. I want you to help me fake something. Sir, the doctor asked, a sickness, something serious, something that sounds like death is knocking. The doctor was silent. You want to fake your death? No, Raymond said calmly, just my end. I want to test everyone around me to see who really loves me. The next day, a quiet post went out to family and close friends. Dad has stage 4 cancer. The doctors say he may not last 3 months. That night, the house that had been silent for years suddenly filled with footsteps. Raymond sat by the window, a blanket over his legs, pretending to be weak, and slowly, they started arriving. His eldest son, Mark, with a smile too wide. His daughter-in-law, Angela, who brought wine and perfume. His youngest son, Tyler, who had been abroad for years, but now came with his model girlfriend. His wife, Evelyn, with fake tears and a designer bag. Everyone came. Not to pray, not to sit with him, but to ask. Dad, who's inheriting the hotels? Can you sign over that estate now? Just in case anything happens, you know? Raymond watched them from behind his old man's eyes, smiling, silent, recording every word in his mind. But one night, as he sat quietly in his room, he heard a knock, software, gentle. A young voice said, Sir, it's me, the gardener's daughter. I brought you soup. You don't know me, but I've been praying for you. Raymond blinked. No one had brought him food, not even Evelyn. He opened the door, and for the first time in days, he smiled from his heart. Come in, child. What's your name? Grace, she said, bowing her head. What Raymond didn't know was, this girl, Grace, would be the one to expose the biggest secret in his family, and that was when the real test would begin. Raymond sat quietly on the edge of his bed, pretending to be weak. His body moved slowly, his eyes dimmed, but inside he was sharper than ever. From the corner of his room, he could hear voices downstairs. Dad is dying, Mark. This is the time to act, Angela whispered, her voice sharp. We need to get him to sign the properties over now, Mark replied. You know he won't last long. They thought he couldn't hear, but he heard everything. Later that day, Mark came to Raymond's room with a fake smile. Dad, you know